Thank you very much. Welcome back to the program. We're all very excited about the appearance of our first guest on the show tonight, aren't we, Paul?
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Can you see her over there?
I can, yeah.
Looks terrific, doesn't she?
Looks great.
Yeah.
It's good to see her.
As a kid, I spent many sleepless nights thinking of our next guest, scantily clad in such films as Trapeze, Solomon and Sheba, Strange Bedfellows, and Beat the Devil. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gina Lollobrigida. Good. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Now, do you mind? Would you consider marrying me? Would that be all right?
But I'm single, available.
But see, I want you to be my wife.
I will think about.
All right, because to me,
I like blonde.
Well, this is not really blonde.
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
It's the first
blue,
time
yeah.
I see you.
Yeah.
You know, you never know in life. You know.
Yeah.
I was skeptical.
You were
married.
Oh,
how do you say?
Susceptible.
No.
Skeptical.
Skeptical.
Skeptical. Yeah.
Because.
I guess it's two different things there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, my English is good, but not as good as yours.
Well, I have trouble from night to night myself. But you see, Gina, what I want to be able to do, I want to go around to people and say, how do you do? I'm Dave Letterman. This is my wife, Gina Lollobrigida. Because
I think we will make a lot of noise.
Yeah, exactly. But for once, I would get respect in this town.
No, I think that you're doing well.
Oh, well,
You are very popular with children, and actually... No, not just children. Young people,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, when when they called, they told me I was a guest in a friend's house, and the children, you know, they got the telephone call and said, you know, they want you for a show. You must do it. You know, they were so convincing, and I'm here well, because they wanted the tickets to come here. So they are all here. Where are they? I don't know. 5, you know.
They're all here? Well, that's
they
good.
are all here,
yeah.
yes.
Now, tell me about your name. Does it mean anything, Lollobrigida? It's such a flowing, lyrical, rhythmic kind of...
It's a very long name, but it's my real name. I didn't invent it. I couldn't, you know. How can you invent the Lollobrigida? It's impossible. But when I did one of my first movies, that was Fanfan la Tulipe with Gérard Philippe.
What was the name of the film?
Fanfan la Tulipe.
Oh, what does that mean in English?
Oh, it's a flower. It's Fanfan la Tulipe doesn't mean anything.
No.
It was a very, very big success, but at the beginning, you know, the producer said to me, perhaps you have to change your name because Lollo, it means, I didn't say what, it means beautiful breast. I said, okay, change it, change it. But was, you know, too late. They already had the names on film.
You already had your breasts. So what could you do?
I couldn't change that.
No.
So I kept my name.
Remember, Michigan State next week. We've got to be ready for Michigan State.
What's that again?
Oh, I'm just rambling. I don't know. How did you become an actress? Well, you started when you were just a young girl, didn't you? When you were in your,
Yes, I was at school. Art school. I was studying painting.
This is
in Rome.
In Rome? You're from Rome? Born and raised in Rome?
No, but near Rome. But anyhow, after the war, I was in Rome studying painting, and they just stopped me on the street and they asked me to do movies.
Now, who did this? Who did this?
That was one director, and then another time was another director. So I started for curiosity. I like to... Yeah, I'm very curious about life and different experience. So I said, why not to try? And I started as an extra. I got $1 a day. And then, you know, a stander for you know, an actress. I was on the light.
Oh, a stand-in, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they would set
but
the lights
after
and so forth.
one week, I was fired because the actress was older than me, and I was better looking on the light. So she said it's better to get rid of her. So I went on hairdressing. So I learned a lot of business.
Yeah.
By the way, I had a dog. I have many dogs, German Shepherd.
Did you
have
meet
dogs?
this one earlier? Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
Beautiful dog.
He says hello to him first and then to me. You know why? You know, the dogs are very, they are very important. My dog, he was an actor too. He got $300 a day. He did better than me because I had just $1.
Wow, the dog was an actor and got $300 a day?
Yeah, he was he was a German Shepherd, #1 strong German Shepherd of the German police. I always get my dogs in Germany. They are very nice.
Oh yeah.
They can be very dangerous, but
I think that's how I describe the German police. They're very nice. We have to do a commercial, and then we'll be right back. All we want out of you, Gina, is 20 more minutes of basketball. Can you do it? Program. Gina Lollobrigida is here, who has consented to marry me. So don't be surprised when you get that Christmas card from Dave and Gina.
Nice.
Let's talk about some of these deals here. This is a publicity, a promotional poster for a film. What is this? You and Yul Brynner, Solomon and Sheba.
Yes.
Yeah. What was? Did you get along pretty well with Yul Brynner?
I hated him at first because he was. I mean, I had a bathing scene with a bath.
Bathing scene, yeah.
And he was with a camera. First, I did the movie.
Solomon was an amateur photographer, but
he could hide the camera under the robe, you know. But before was Tyrone Power, and he died in the film, so we had to reshoot all the scenes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So Yul Brynner took over for Tyrone
Yes,
Power?
he took over.
Yeah.
So I hated him at the beginning because I loved Tyrone Power. Yeah. He was very nice
and I guess this is authentic biblical attire.
Oh, that we had fun with the dance. We had fun with the dance.
What was the film? Did you work with Humphrey Bogart? Did you work with more?
Oh, that was my first one, was Beat the Devil.
Beat the Devil?
Yes. Was Selznick producing it, was Jennifer Jones, Bogart, Peter Lorre, Robert Morley, was John Huston, and Truman Capote writing it. Truman Capote fell in love with me, believe it or not. He, instead of writing for Jennifer Jones, he was there, for writing for Selznick. He liked me so much, he was writing me so many lines,
Yeah.
So Selznick said, perhaps it's better we get rid of her. Because also, he didn't like that I was young and beautiful. So he said...
Boy, when you show up, people just drop like flies, don't they?
What?
Never mind. I'm saying...
I want to understand.
No, I know. You put a lot of people out of work because you show up and they say, get rid of this one,
No, they want me out of work, not them.
No. What was Humphrey Bogart like? Did you get along well with him?
He was very funny. My English at that time was obviously worse than now. I couldn't understand so much. So he liked, to play with me, So he was saying... No, he had Lauren Bacall there, so don't think badly.
He was just flirting with you, I guess. Teasing you.
Teasing, that's the right word, yeah. And he was, speaking very angry in English with me, and I thought that he was angry with me.
Right.
And then, of course, was a big laugh when I was really scared. Yeah. So at the end, I understood, and I played in Italian with him, and I walked out of the set. He was a producer, so he really got scared.
Oh, so then you threw your own little fit and walked out.
I gave it to him back, And in the evening, I remember Truman Capote, Robert Morley, John Huston, Bogart, obviously. They had, after dinner, they liked to fight. Really fight with, with the hands.
Actually hitting one another with their fists?
Hitting, yes.
They would be drinking and fighting as well, or just...
It was not just the drink. It was just they liked a big... They had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time, too. So I didn't fight. They fight, and Bogart, I remember every morning walking out down the steps, singing loud, and he had always another scarf because Truman Capote, that was the smallest,
Truman Capote,
smallest,
right?
He won.
He would punch Humphrey Bogart and win?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yes, it's hard to believe it, but I was there, so I'm témoin, testimony.
And you've got these wonderful books of a collection of photographs that you've made. I guess this is your second book? This is...
No, that's just a
just a
catalog.
pamphlet,
I
yeah.
did about 5 books.
5 books.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
exactly.
I mean, the pictures in there are quite nice.
Photography is very much like paintings, and that's why I fall in love with photography so much. That now is not only my hobby, but is my luxury.
Yeah.
So I have to work to afford to be a photographer for myself, for my pleasure, because you can't live as I live, as, you know, gain money as a photographer. So I do movies or television once in a while just to be, to afford to be.
Well, the pictures are quite nice. I don't know about that other stuff, but the pictures are all right. And also, we'd like to red shirt you next season, if you don't mind.
Red shirt?
That doesn't make any sense to anyone. So you have an extra year of eligibility. So you can continue to play for this ball team. Don't worry about it. We'll be right back, folks. Gina Lollobrigida.